to Pillah Sports. I'm your host, Manny, and here we are going to be giving you the review of what we have just watched. We have just completed the second and last day of the Champions League knockout stage, and it gave us everything that we wanted: the drama, the understanding, the finishes, it was beautiful. This is one of the reasons why the Champions League is the pinnacle of club football. It is the creme de la creme. And absolutely we are going to be starting with Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano. I love that word, Wanda Metropolitano. What a game of football. The game started with the likes of Conor Gallagher absolutely coming on and scoring a much needed equalizer for Atletico Madrid in less than 30 seconds. In less than 30 seconds, the game absolutely opened up. And then you saw a flurry of attack in transitions, defense in transition. It was truly a mastermind of your best strength versus my best defense, or your best attack versus my best defense. And they just couldn't break the game. The game ended, of course, 1-0 to Atletico Madrid. But in that particular time, you also saw the likes of Vini missing the penalty. But before that penalty, you also have to credit the way Kylian Mbappe absolutely made that penalty. The quick change of direction. It is very, very few people in this world of football that we love so much that is actually able to do that. But he did it against Longley, against Jimenez. These are defenders that are so hard-nosed. You do not mess with those kinds of defenders. And he did it with ease, getting the penalty. And of course, we know that Real Madrid has been rotating their penalties now. And you see Kylian Mbappe play one, Vini Jr. play one, Bellingham play one, Rodrigo play one. And today it was Vini Jr. And with the understanding that Jan Oblak is a really good goal-stopping goalkeeper, he saves penalties like it's like a normal shot. He wanted to raise it up into that 90-degree angle that we all call top bins. And as he wanted to do that, it did not work for him, unfortunately. It just did not. And as it didn't work for him, he basically missed the entire goal. This is a goal that could have taken Real Madrid into the quarterfinals within 90 minutes. However, with him missing that goal, they went into extra time, and you absolutely see one thing I have to give Diego Simeone. What a manager. What a manager. He set up his team in that low block relatively in the 4-4-2 defensive shape, and you can't beat them no matter if you try. If they do all their jobs right, there is no way you're beating them. The only way you can beat Atletico is when you catch them out of counter. And that's why I think Arsenal facing Real Madrid in the quarterfinals is their best chance to actually getting into the semis. Because if they had faced Atletico Madrid, it was done. There was no going forward from that situation. It was done. Because they will sit back and just suffocate the life out of you. And that is why Arsenal actually has a chance against Real Madrid. But another thing that we need to talk about, it was a big talking point that every single person in the world of sports and in the fan community are talking about right now, is Julian Alvarez penalty disallowed goal. Of course, the penalty shootout started, and this was one of the worst penalty shootouts that I've seen in a long time. The quality was bad. The goalkeepers were actually really good, but the quality of players and how they played the penalties were not good. The first two, we saw Kylian Mbappe dispatch his pretty easy. We saw, I think it was who played for Atletico Madrid for the first one. I'm not sure, but he dispatched his pretty easy. And then comes Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez slips and his left foot, which is his standing foot, bobbles the ball while he was instantly trying to hit the ball with his right. And in the rule book, for a direct penalty, you absolutely cannot do that. That warrants a direct disqualification of the penalty. A miss is basically seen as a miss. Now, the rule is something that they need to look at again, because I feel like with the goalkeeper rule of you need to be on the line or behind the line for you to actually have a good dive. If not, they replay the penalty. That should be the same rule for this particular one. But then you also ask the question, okay, what if the player misses? What if the player misses in general? Do you take it back? All those things are things that they would have to kind of look at when it comes to the rules. But he misses the penalty, and because of he misses the penalty, you see Llorente step up, who was a former Real Madrid player, steps up, and because of the big nature of Thibaut Courtois, tries to put it in a 90-degree angle again and smashes the crossbar. And Atletico are out of the game. They're out of the Champions League because of this situation. It's a hard way to lose because they played well. But this is the testament of Diego Simeone. Because the entire Wanda Stadium, the Wanda Metropolitano, bear in mind, I am going to say it every time that I have the opportunity to. The Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. He has such control of that building, of that stadium, of that venue. And he has literally the entire fan base and players are taking on his personality. And that is what makes a manager truly great. If you're able to convey and push every single thing about you into a team and is that successful. Because don't get me wrong, in the La Liga, they are also battling it out to who is going to win the La Liga. It is truly amazing. It's quite disappointing that they did not win. But of course, here comes Rudiger. Rudiger, very, very bad penalty. Did not connect with the ball well. But because of that reason, Oblak did not judge the flight of the ball too well. And then with him getting a hand to the ball, allowed the ball to go in. And Real Madrid are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, where they are going to be facing Arsenal Football Club from England. And before that, we are looking at Lille versus Dortmund. This was a really tough game. I think Emre Can shows why he's the captain of Dortmund. Steps up, converts the penalty. And that second goal to actually take Dortmund to the quarterfinals was even better. I don't know the guy's name, but I should know his name, because what he did at that in the box with literally 4 players around him, getting an opportunity to actually lace the ball to the top corner was truly magical. It definitely was. In my opinion, it was magical in that sense. But we have to give credit to Jonathan David. Bear in mind, a lot of teams, if you are watching this, Jonathan David's contract is going to be ending in this summer. He's out of contract this summer. He can leave to your club for free. For free, I repeat. Every team needs to be able, they need to put their hat. Every team that needs a striker, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Newcastle, hopefully. So many teams need a striker, and Jonathan David, can leave for free. You need to go grab him ASAP, as quick as possible, because that is a striker that knows how to run with the ball, a striker that knows where to be in the box, is always in the right place at the right time, has the ability in close dribbles, has the strength, has the technical ability in terms of holding the ball up and actually bringing his team into the game. He is truly magical when it comes to playing that position, and I think he deserves to absolutely be in the biggest of teams because he single-handedly took Lille to the knockout stages. Single-handedly gave Lille the opportunity to actually go into the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do that. But that was an impressive performance from Jonathan David. But with a team that really doesn't need a striker because they have loads and loads of strikers. We are talking about Aston Villa versus Club Brugge. This was already a situation where they came into the game 3-1 down already. I mean Club Brugge. And they got a red card in the first half. It was quite disappointing because the moment they got a red card in the first half, I knew the game was over at that point. But I still wanted to enjoy what Marcus Rashford is doing for Aston Villa. But who is doing better in terms of the people that just came in is Marco Asensio. We are talking about sixth. This was his seventh goal. The 2 goals he scored today made it seventh goal since January that he absolutely arrived at Aston Villa from PSG. It was magical, and the goal from Ian Matson also really beautiful. First touch, Rodgers, what a way to be able to keep the play alive. But I also have to say, Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio, the marker and the marker and the Marcus, are absolutely a tandem that is very lethal. It is a brilliant sense of what Unai Emery has been able to bring out. He has absolutely changed the mindset for Marcus Rashford. He looks happy. He is running. He is going back. He is making tackles. And it's truly magical. And I think it is so good that he left Manchester to go to Birmingham. And now you are seeing the real Marcus Rashford. The one that we understand, that we know that he has the talent for. And that is what he's bringing to Aston Villa. Assist on assist on assist. The only thing he's waiting for is actually his goals to start flowing, to start coming. And the moment you see that, you know you have gotten a very lethal 100 million type player for chicken change, basically. For chicken change. Aston Villa are qualified to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Who knew? Who knew Aston Villa would be this good? I did because of they got Unai Emery and how they played in the Premier League. But they are in the quarterfinals. The last time they were in this stage, I think they actually went on to win the entire Champions League because they have one, I believe. But in this situation, they are going to be facing my favorite to win the Champions League, PSG, and that young core of Enrique's army. I don't think they are going to qualify in that situation. I think they have just met their match in terms of coaching. They have met their match in terms of attack. They have met their match in terms of defense and midfield. It is truly magical in terms of what they have there at PSG. And in fact, they have met their match in the goalkeeper department also because Gigi Donnarumma is a beast. Standing 6'6", 6'8". He can catch balls, any way, any form you actually want it to happen. And that is kind of what we saw in the Champions League today. I think it's going to be truly amazing to see what happens next. Of course, we have Dortmund qualifying, Real Madrid qualifying, Aston Villa qualifying, PSG qualifying, Arsenal qualifying. Who else qualified again? I'm not so sure. Let me check my notes. You have Barcelona qualifying and Inter Milan. It is going to be a tough set of quarterfinals, but I am excited. Don't miss out on anything that we do here on Pillah Sport. The only way you will do that is by hitting that subscribe button, turning on your notification, comment down below, and hit that like button so we know you guys are actually loving what we are doing here at Pillah Sports. Make sure you guys join us in the next one. Manchester United are facing Real Sociedad for a game. It's a game for the season, basically. It's a game for the season, and Manchester United definitely do not want to lose this game. And I'll be here with you guys tomorrow talking about it and actually giving you guys my review and reaction on this situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on anything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.